Exiled Chinese entrepreneur Guo Wengui has been sentenced to 30 years in prison by a federal court in New York. He's, remember, convicted of defrauding investors of more than $1 billion. Guo, who is a former real estate businessman, relocated to the United States in 2015 after facing allegations of financial fraud in China. In exile, he reinvented himself as a Communist Party critic and built a loyal online following. He maintained ties with former U.S. presidential advisor Steve Bannon, forming the New Federal State of China, which is a political group that opposes China. Bannon was arrested in August of 2020 in an embezzlement case. Then in July of 2024, Guo Wengui, who's also known as Ho Wan Kwok, was found guilty by a jury on charges including wire fraud, securities violations, and money laundering. Prosecutors said that he used his online influence from 2018 onward to persuade thousands of people to invest in his companies or projects that promised high returns and luxury benefits. According to prosecutors, Guo raised more than $1 billion from online followers who joined him in investment and cryptocurrency schemes between 2018 and 23. According to the New York court judge, Annalisa Torres, Guo had preyed on those who were seeking to bring democracy to China, taking their money to fund his own lavish lifestyle. He's now been sentenced to 30 years in prison for running the billion-dollar scam. Moving on now, Israel has entered the global race to develop space-based laser weapons. The country's Defence Minister Israel Katz reportedly said that Israel wants to become the world's leading power in developing the ability to strike targets from space, placing itself alongside other major powers pursuing next-generation space warfare. Katz reportedly said that Israel is recruiting its top scientific talent to achieve this goal. He reportedly stated that developing space attack capabilities would strengthen Israel's deterrence and give it a decisive military edge over its adversaries. So what exactly is a space-based laser weapon? Well, such a weapon reportedly uses concentrated beams of energy to disable or destroy targets without conventional explosives. Laser beam conventionally carries enormous heat, even exceeding 3,000 degrees Celsius. That can potentially burn through metal, melt components, or disable electronics within seconds. Such systems could potentially target enemy satellites, intercept incoming threats, or even eliminate dangerous space debris. Now, it is important to factor the fact that Israel perhaps has an edge in laser-based defense. Remember, its Iron Beam system became one of the world's first operational laser air defense platform capable of destroying rockets, drones, and mortar shells at a much lower cost than traditional interceptor missiles. The country is also reportedly exploring laser technology for fighter aircraft, while analysts have speculated that Israel's Arrow 3 missile system, which can strike ballistic missiles in space, may also have the ability to destroy enemy satellites. Now, Israel joins an increasingly competitive global race. The United States, remember, has invested heavily in directed energy weapons for missile defense, and it continues to develop advanced laser technologies for future space-based military ops. China has expanded its counter-space capabilities as well, and it has invested in directed energy research, while Russia has continued to develop anti-satellite technologies. Germany, on the other hand, has also pledged $41 billion to guard its skies and satellites from Russian and Chinese threats by building a space defense shield. In fact, both China and Russia have already demonstrated anti-satellite capabilities by successfully destroying their own satellites during weapons tests. Now, military experts believe that future conflicts could increasingly extend into space. Countries are developing capabilities not only to destroy satellites, but also to jam, blind, damage, or disable them. So Israel's latest announcement perhaps underscores one message. The race to dominate the battlefield of space is accelerating, and the competition among the world's leading military powers is only becoming more intense. But first, let's talk about India. The probe into the alleged embezzlement of donations at the Ram temple in Ayodhya has gathered pace now. The SIT has questioned former Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust General Secretary Champat Rai for over 3 hours. Remember, this comes days after he offered to resign, taking moral responsibility for the entire controversy. Now, in the latest, the probe has revealed that several serious procedural lapses in the process of counting and depositing donations, which facilitated the alleged embezzlement. The police have questioned Champat Rai to understand how donations were received, how they were counted, and then deposited into the bank. Now, Champat Rai, who has served as the General Secretary of the Trust, was overseeing the management of the temple offerings and donations, fell within his purview. Champat Rai is not named as an accused in the FIR that has been registered so far. But remember, among the 8 individuals who have been arrested include his personal driver, Ram Shankar Yadav, and Manish Yadav, who's the nephew of Ram Shankar. All those who've been arrested will remain in judicial custody until the 13th of July. A crucial meeting of the Ram Mandir Trust in Ayodhya is now preponed to 6th of July. Remember, this meeting was previously scheduled for the 11th of July. As per sources, a decision on restructuring of the trust could be taken during this particular meeting. The resignations of the Trust General Secretary Champat Rai and the trustee Anil Mishra are also likely to be discussed. Well, let's talk about northeastern India. El Nino's shadow looms large over India's rather unusual monsoon season. While delayed rains in large parts of the country are raising concerns over the impact on agriculture and water stock, heavy rainfall in northeastern India has resulted in floods. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, a school student tragically died and multiple others were injured after a tree uprooted due to heavy rainfall and crushed their school bus. India has been grappling with an acute rain deficit, and it has recorded its 5th lowest June rainfall in a period of 126 years. The country's official weather forecasting agency, the IMD, has revealed that India received 99.5 millimeters of rain in June as against the average of 165.3 millimeters. And therefore, the rainfall deficit stood at a staggering 40%, while July typically accounts for a significant share of the country's seasonal rainfall. The IMD has predicted that the next month rainfall will be less than 94% of the average. On the other hand, floods have caused widespread damage in the upper Assam region. As per the administration, 7 out of 35 districts in Assam have been affected by floods, thereby impacting 45,000 people. The state government has also set up 5 relief camps. Similarly, continuous rainfall has resulted in a flood-like situation in several areas of the state's Dhemaji district. Relief and rescue operations are underway at the moment. The situation in the state of Arunachal Pradesh has worsened as well, as heavy rains have battered the state over the past 5 days, damaging houses, roads, bridges, and public infrastructure. The death toll has increased to 4, while 21 others have been injured. Overall, more than 90,000 people across all 28 districts have been impacted. In fact, Sikkim has been grappling with heavy rain as well. For instance, the Beri Bridge in North Sikkim was completely washed away over the weekend following heavy rainfall. This disrupted road connectivity in the area. Meanwhile, Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, who also looks after the development of the northeastern region, spoke with the chief ministers of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Manipur to review the flood situation. He assured them of every possible support from the centre. Amid the flood situation, the people's resilience has been on display. Partaking in the ongoing FIFA fever, hundreds of football fans flocked the CM FIFA Fan Park in Assam's Dibrugarh, where they can watch World Cup matches on large screens.